Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Well, today's video is going to be a natural hair video. It's going to be a video on how I transform my hair from this to this. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into today's video. Okay, so let's get started with today's video. Initially I wanted to do a thought through video, but my neighborhood was a bit noisy because it was in the afternoon, so let's just do this voice over. Now what I'm going to do is that my hair is a bit dry now, so I'm going to use just water in a spray bottle, and I'm just going to spray that on my natural hair. Now what you want to do is that because natural hair tends to get a bit tangly, you have to get tangled a lot, so you have to spray in some water to enable it become a bit softer so that you can tangle it without the pain and the breakage and stuff like that. So that is what I am doing right now. Okay, so from my experience with natural hair, what I have noticed is that when you want to detangle your hair, it is best to work in sections. So if you want to have 4 sections or 6 sections or 8 sections, whatever you're comfortable working with, you divide your hair into sections so that you can thoroughly detangle your hair. Okay, if you do everything together, you might miss some spots, so it's always advisable to detangle your natural hair in sections. And then when you're done detangling, what you want to do is that you want to twist or braid to lock in the moisture so that it doesn't evaporate, because when you leave it like that, the likelihood or probability of it being evaporated is quite high as compared to when you twist it. So that is what I'm doing. I'm doing this to all the sections of my hair. So yeah. Okay, so after that I'm going in with my Hawaiian Silky 4-in-1 miracle work. I'm going to leave it in the description box. I'm not so sure of the name, just want to get it right. So that is what I'm doing, and this thing makes my hair really soft. It makes my hair really soft so that I can easily manage it. And then when you are applying your condition, don't forget your edges. Most of the time we concentrate on the hair, like the full hair, the longer part, and then we leave the edges, so don't forget your edges. And this is going to make my hair really soft and manageable, so that's when I am taking portions or doing whatever I want to do with my hair, I will do it with ease. So that is what I am doing. I'm going to do it to all the sections of my hair, and yes. So you can see how moisturized my natural hair feels as compared to when I started the video. You can even see some spots, or should I say some spots of sparkle due to the water and the conditioner. So what I'm doing now is that I am going to section my hair. I'm not going to do a very strict section, just going to eyeball the sections because of the style that we are going to do. This is how easy or how best we can go about it. So yes, I'm going to section my hair into 3 parts, not equal, just 3 parts: the middle, the back, and the front part of my head. Now after sectioning my hair, what I'm doing now is that I am tying the middle part of the hair. Now the middle is going to serve as a foundation, or should I say like a base to the whole head, because the style is going to be a high ponytail like up on my head. That is where the base is going to be. So if you have watched my previous video on how I laid my natural hair, you can see that because of the style, the hair, it was all back with a part in the middle, so everything went to the back. Okay, but this one I'm going to hold it up high on top of my head, so the base has to be in the middle. So I'm going to take everything up to where I have tied it over there. So I'm going to use my ECOSTYLER gel now. You know how much I love ECOSTYLER gel, and I've run out of the olive oil and the argan oil. So this one is the castor oil and black seed oil. Yeah, so I'm putting that generously. Yes, I'm applying that generously at the back of my head, and then I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use this brush to kind of spread the products through the hair and then comb it upwards, and then I'm going to tie it as well. Now if you are doing this style for the very first time, your arms might hurt a bit, but if you are used to, you're going to make it really fast, and you're not going to feel a pain, like feel as much pain as you would when you are doing it for the very first time. So just a tip off. So depending on the texture of your hair, the coarseness, the fineness, how thick your hair is, how light your hair is, that is how you're going to apply your gel. So if you have really soft hair, you might not need a lot of gel, but if you have really thick hair and then you want your hair to lay down very nicely, then you would have to be generous with the gel you're using. You can use any gel that you have. You don't necessarily have to use the ECOSTYLER. This is what I have here with me, so that is what I am using. But if you have any other gel, you can use it. You just have to get your technique right, and everything will be perfect. So I'm showing you the back of my hair, and yes, that is how the back of my hair looks like. So what I'm doing now is that I'm going to do the front part of my hair. So initially I wanted to do it in sections. You guys can see how healthy looking my hair is after adding the water and the conditioner. So I wanted to do it in sections initially, but I was finding it a bit difficult, so I just did everything together. So what I do is that normally when I put in the product, I would use my brush to spread the products across, like through the hair, so that every strand of the hair gets some of the gel. I'm sharing gel, so everyone has to get some. So that is what I do. So yeah, I'm really being generous with this hair gel. Now you remember in my other video I said that if you are somebody who wants to use your product for like 10 years or like as long as you want, then you might want to stay away from this style, because it needs a generous amount of hair gel. You feel me? So I'm going to hold everything high up where I want the band to be. So I'm using an elastic band. This is an elastic band, but you're going to see it's not as strong as I wanted it to be, or probably it's because I have used it over and over again, so it was a bit weak, so it happened. Yeah. Weak, so it happened. Yeah. So with this one I just had to continue and then later go back and go and fix it, so you guys will see how I was able to fix this. So what you want to do is that you want to get a very, how do you call it, this crunchies or something, those little headbands. You want to get those ones because those ones are quite durable than this one. These ones are affordable and you can easily find them on the market, but when it comes to durability you're not going to get that quality, so you have to know that. So I'm applying more oil. So I'm applying more hair gel to lay everything together. Now this brush has very hard bristles, so that is what I'm using to merge everything together, to comb everything in that direction that I want. So this is how I fixed the issue. I went ahead to remove the rubber band at the front part of my hair, and then I went in with a thread. Now you can use any thread that you have. You can use yarn, you can use a nylon thread or cotton thread, you can use any other thread, but with the cotton thread you have to be very careful because cotton kind of sucks moisture off your hair, so you have to be very careful with cotton threads. So yes, that is what I'm doing, and I'm going to use that to secure everything high up. And you can see the hair products that I use, but it's not an issue. Just comb it off and everything goes away. So when it comes to tying your hair high up, everything depends on you, the individual. If you want to make it too tight or too tight, or just as tight as you want, just make it as tight as you want it. And yes, I mean, you can't come and go and kill yourself. So what I'm trying to do is that I'm going to perfect my edges with more hair gel. So that's what I'm doing, perfecting my edges with more hair gel. And then you want to do it, however you want it. You can decide to make your edges as smooth, like all back, or you can decide to lay some baby hair, whatever you want to do with your edges. I mean, it's your edges, so So I use my Got2b so I use my Got2b hair gel, the black one, to lay my edges because I wanted it to lay as flat as possible, and then so that you can stay a bit longer because it's a very, very thick gel and it lays the edges like you guys can see. So I went ahead to use my toothbrush. No, I don't use it to brush my teeth, but it's a toothbrush that I use to lay my edges. So that is what I'm doing with baby hair. I'm still learning how to do my baby hair. So this is what I came up with. So yes, this is basically how I did the edges, and yeah, as you guys can see. I had to use the Got2b spray to spray, you know, around the edges so that it lays really flat. Like it holds everything in place. Like it holds everything in place so that it lays really flat. So yeah, so don't forget the back, because you can have a really nice like edges, front and everything, and your back could be looking like. So yeah, so don't forget the back as well. So that's what I'm doing, just trying to perfect the edges like around the perimeter of the hair. And yes, what you want to do is that you want to scarf your hair with a silk scarf or a satin scarf so that it doesn't soak a lot of moisture from your hair, because we are trying to, you know, leave in some moisture in the hair, not to soak everything. So if you use cotton, it's going to soak a lot. I mean, you're going to keep your moisture. So that is what I'm doing. And you can decide to leave this thing overnight, or if you're in a hurry, you can just put your scarf on and use a blow dryer to, you know, fasten to make the drying process a bit like intentum, like Lisa. So yes, that is it, and I'll be back to show you how it looks like in a bit. So this is the review. I went ahead to fix my makeup. Now this makeup will be on my channel right after this video, so stay tuned. And yes, so this is the review, and let's see how it goes. Da 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 da. Whoosh! This is what is called laid. I couldn't get enough of it, so I was really excited. And one thing too, guys, please, when you are trying to do your hair, try and face your foundation after scarfing your hair, or after, you know, your scalp or everything, or do your foundation after that, because it's going to leave a demarcation. So however you want to do, whether you want to do your foundation first or you want to do the whole hair first, after that try and then apply a foundation again, because it's going to create a demarcation like my own did. So yeah, and I wasn't going anywhere, so yeah. Do you guys remember I told you that I told you there are various forms, you know, there are various ways you can wear your full wigs. You can wear it as a full wig, and you can also wear it as a half wig, or like as in a pony, like not pony but like half wig. Yes, I was just trying to demonstrate to you guys, girls, how you can use your full wig as a half wig. So you just have to place it wherever you want it to be, and then you use a bobby pin or like normal pin to adjust it. So that was just a quick demonstration on how to do that step. So let's go to this. So then back to the actual slaying of the. So now back to, yes, so now this is the second option. Now the second option, I'm going to use just a random like normal kinky hair. This kinky hair is available everywhere in markets. Like, you know, if it's 15 cedis, between 15 cedis and 20 cedis, you can get this exact same thing, and this is just like a quarter of it, so you can imagine how much there is in a pack. And I use just 3 strands to get that. I didn't want, and I use just 3 strands, 3, you know, bundles. Like, it's been divided into bundles in the past. I used just 3, and I didn't want anything too bulky. I wanted something very cute. So yes, and what I did was, so now back to the actual, no, so now this is the second option. Okay, what I'm doing is that I'm using this Afro kinky bulk hair to, you know, create this ninja bun. It's like a ninja bun. I'm creating a ninja bun on top of my head, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use an elastic band to help adjust the hair on my natural hair, the one that I twisted and pinned it, when I twisted and pinned. So what I'm doing is that I'm going to twist the hair and then wrap it around my natural hair. So I'm going to do that underneath. I'm not going to do it on top. I'm just going to wrap it down. So you see, as I'm doing, just watch and follow. And yes, that is that. I didn't want anything too bulky, so I wanted to have this cute look. And yes, so when I finished everything, I went ahead to use this silver material to accessorize it because I felt it was so plain. So I went to, you see, when you buy hair, okay, don't throw that thing that they used to wrap the bundles, don't throw that thing away. You can always use them to create, you know, different something. You can just be creative with it, so don't throw them away. You can use
guys,
that to accessorize your braids or your natural hair or something like that. So don't throw them away, just keep it. You might never know when you use it. That wasn't what I used, but it was a similar thing. Yes, like braid accessories that's in vogue now. Yeah. So this is the end of this look, guys. Stay tuned for the makeup tutorial, and yes, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you